Now, specification number 4 instructs to classify organisms based on the features outlined in sections 2.21, 2.22, and 2.23. In this section, we'll classify organisms based on the characteristics we've studied, organizing them by their scientific classifications to group them by identified traits and evolutionary relationships. Let's briefly review the major kingdoms: Animalia, which includes vertebrates and arthropods; Plantae, covering ferns and flowering plants like monocots and dickets; Fungi, including mushrooms and molds; Protoctista, with algae and protozoa; and Prokaryote, consisting of bacteria and archaea. We will quickly identify and learn about these one by one. We've already learned about the different kingdoms, let's quickly recap them to see if you can identify them all. These are the 5 major groups of living organisms, known as the kingdoms. First, we have Animalia, which includes all animals, ranging from tiny insects to large mammals. Next is Plantae, which encompasses all plants, from simple mosses to towering trees. Then there's Fungi, which includes organisms like mushrooms, molds, and yeasts. Moving on, we have Protista, a diverse group of mostly unicellular organisms, such as algae and protozoa. Finally, there's Prokaryote, which consists of bacteria and archaea, simple, single-celled organisms without a nucleus. Each of these kingdoms represents a vast category of life, with unique traits and roles in the ecosystem. Keep in mind that this classification system is a simplified version, and there are many more groups and subgroups within each category. It's based on key features like the presence of a backbone, how animals regulate their body temperature, and the number of legs, giving us a general overview of the vast diversity in the animal kingdom. First of all, the animal kingdom is divided into vertebrates, which have a backbone, and invertebrates, which do not. Vertebrates are further categorized based on body temperature regulation. Warm-blooded vertebrates include mammals, which give birth to live young, have fur or hair, and produce milk, like bears, tigers, and whales; and birds, characterized by feathers, wings, and beaks, such as ostriches, peacocks, and eagles, whereas cold-blooded vertebrates include fish, like salmon, goldfish, and guppies; the reptiles such as turtles, crocodiles, and snakes; and amphibians, like frogs, newts, and toads, which can live both on land and in water. Then there are invertebrates, animals without a backbone, are categorized based on whether they have legs. Some invertebrates, like those in the arthropod group, have jointed legs, such as insects, for example ants, cockroaches, and ladybugs; the crustaceans, like crabs and lobsters; the arachnids, such as spiders and scorpions; and myriapods, like centipedes and millipedes; while others lack legs entirely, like worm-like creatures, such as earthworms, leeches, and tapeworms; and non-worm-like creatures, like flukes and jellyfish. This is how classification highlights the animal kingdom's diversity, grouping organisms based on unique traits like jointed legs and body structures. For identifying vertebrates, here are examples from each group, illustrated by images showing their key characteristics. Firstly, birds are warm-blooded animals characterized by feathers, wings, and beaks, which allow them to maintain a constant body temperature. Examples of birds include the flamingo, bald eagle, pigeon, duck, robin, macaw, chicken, and crow, as depicted in the image. Next, fish are cold-blooded animals that live in water, breathe through gills, and have body temperatures that fluctuate with the surrounding environment. Examples of fish include salmon, parrotfish, angelfish, clownfish, sardine, koi fish, and grouper, as shown in the image. Mammals, in contrast, are warm-blooded animals that possess fur or hair and nourish the young with milk. They give birth to live offspring, with examples including the giraffe, elephant, bear, horse, leopard, monkey, cat, and ferret, as illustrated here. Reptiles, on the other hand, are cold-blooded animals with scaly skin and lay eggs with hard shells. Examples include the monitor lizard, turtle, sea turtle, crocodile, snake, lizard, and iguana. Lastly, amphibians are cold-blooded animals that live both on land and in water. They have smooth, moist skin and undergo metamorphosis, transitioning from aquatic eggs to land-adapted adults. Examples of amphibians include various types of frogs, such as the common frog, poison dart frog, tree frog, red-eyed tree frog, harlequin frog, and Pacific tree frog. Additionally, toads like the common toad and spatterfoot toad, as well as salamanders, newts, and caecilians, are also part of the amphibian group. Each group reflects the incredible diversity of vertebrates adapted to different environments. On the other hand, arthropods are a diverse group of invertebrates, distinguished by their exoskeletons, which provide support and protection, a segmented body with distinct sections, and jointed appendages, like legs and antennae. This group encompasses several categories, as illustrated by the examples here. The first category is myriapods, which are characterized by having numerous legs and a segmented body such as centipedes, millipedes, sobug, velvet worm, Scutagera, shown in the image. Then the insects, the most diverse group of arthropods, typically featuring 6 legs, 3 body segments which is head, thorax and abdomen, and often 2 pairs of wings, with examples like peacock butterfly, dung beetle, ladybug, green beetle, black beetle, bee, wasp, mantis and ant. Next we have crustaceans, which generally live in water, have hard exoskeletons and multiple pairs of legs, such as shrimp, lobster, crab, barnacle, isopod and amphipod. Lastly, arachnids have 8 legs and 2 body segments, that is the cephalothorax and abdomen, with examples like different types of spiders, ticks and mites as shown in the picture. You don't need to stress about learning or memorizing these examples. Instead, focus on noting the similarities within each group and remember their common features, as these will help you differentiate between them.